Thank you for having
Oh
me.
my gosh, it's such a pleasure to have you here today. So tell us about the local food program at the UNI Center for Energy and Environmental Education, the three
The
E's.
three E's, that's right. Yeah. So we are one of the four programs at CEEE. So we have our environmental health program, Green Iowa, AmeriCorps, as well as our resilient Iowa communities. And we have three staff members for the local food program, which is new in the last year or so. So it's myself,
Oh,
Catherine Gilberry, and Sarah Steinmeier. Want to give a shout
wonderful.
out to them. Yes.
Yes.
But our program, we're working with new and established farmers. We work with consumers. We work with communities. And we want to increase our consumption of our local foods. And we do this by education, events, helping start community gardens, just a wide variety of programs to make all of that happen.
Oh, that is so exciting. And when did you first know that you wanted to work for the local food program as manager at UNI?
Yeah.
Three E's.
The three E's, yes. Definitely food is my passion. Being a registered dietitian,
Yes.
we did not learn a lot about where our food comes from when I went to school
Okay.
many years ago.
Sure.
And so in 2009, I had the opportunity. I met Kamir and Cheyenne, and
Yes.
I met him at a community meeting to help improve our school lunches at the Cedar
Oh,
Falls district. So my
yay.
three kids, my oldest was in kindergarten, and so I went to this meeting,
Oh,
and just it was an eye opener to think more about not only what we're eating, but where that food comes from that we're eating.
yes, yes. And your oldest then was in kindergarten. He's 21 now?
Yes.
Wow. You've been there a chunk of time.
Yes. Yes.
Congratulations on your
Thank you.
longevity. So tell us, what do you like most about your position?
Yes. I love working with all of our farmers, our
Yes.
small scale vegetable family farms. The farmers are the most knowledgeable people I know. They
Yes.
know about soil health. They are really connected on how to grow the best fruits and vegetables for us to eat.
Oh,
And they're probably the
yay.
best cooks. I learned so much from having great
Really?
conversations with them about how they like to use their own produce as well as other local products in the community.
Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. I love it. So tell me, who would you count as your biggest influence in life?
Well, I two things that I love again: food and traveling. So I would have to
Ooh,
say that my parents are a huge influence on wanting to travel and just see a bunch of different places.
yes.
I would say in terms of the food and the work that I do, Kamiar and Cheyenne is a huge inspiration.
Oh,
I know many of you know him, but
yes.
all of my colleagues and coworkers at CEEE are
Oh,
also just great influences. They all are fabulous cooks, also, as well as many of them are great gardeners too. I still consider
ooh,
myself a beginning gardener, more of a connector to the resources, but I'm learning so
yes.
much from all of them.
Oh, wow, very cool. So, years ago, 2014, 2013, I cast Kamyar and Cheyenne in a role in Farmscape by Mary Swander. And Mary Swander is, of course, our state's poet laureate, and she's brilliant. And I don't know if you're familiar with the play Farmscape or not, but there's a book out there that lists Kamyar's name as one of the stars of that show. And he did an amazing job. This man is so multifaceted, so talented in so many ways. Kamiar, if you're watching, we think the world of you and thank you for all you do. You're actually counted among Jodie's greatest influences in life, and it doesn't get any better than that. It's beautiful. So tell me, what is your personal mission statement?
Yes, this was one of the hardest questions as I
Okay.
looked through about what we were going to talk about today. But I want to influence the future of our local food system. I want to teach others that we can make a difference in our community by where we choose to spend our food budget and our food
Yes.
dollars.
That's so inspirational. I love it. So tell me, do you have a bucket list, Jody? And if so, what is on that list?
I do. I want to travel. Go. There's a lot of places I've had the opportunity to go to. Love traveling. But I'm going to share my country bucket list. So I
Oh,
am a huge country
yeah.
music fan.
Oh,
I've I've
I
had
love
the
it.
opportunity to go to Nashville several times.
You
I
have?
have. But
Ooh.
I want to go to the Sphere in Las Vegas and see a country
Yes.
concert.
Yes, the
And
Sphere.
then I
do
also
too.
want to go to Red Rocks in
Oh,
Colorado and see a
yes.
country concert.
Yes.
So those are two of my country music bucket lists.
Absolutely. So have you been to Red Rocks yet for
I
another
not a
band?
concert.
Okay.
I just have visited, walked around,
Oh,
did
you
some
did.
stair
This ma-
walking on a Saturday morning.
Isn't it beautiful? Oh
beautiful.
my gosh. I saw Counting Crows there. I saw Goo Goo Dolls there, and I absolutely loved it. And they have artists while the concert is going on that paint what they feel from the music.
Oh,
Isn't
I
that the
could see
coolest
that.
thing
That's
ever?
awesome.
I love it. I can't wait to go back there again someday. And you mentioned the Sphere. Oh, that's a bucket list item of mine for sure. So, any plans this summer that you're looking forward to?
Yes, headed to Nashville again. So
Oh,
I'm looking
okay.
forward to that. But
Yes. Wow.
otherwise,
Just
yeah,
go to Nashville.
I just love Iowa summers. I love to
Aw.
stay around here for the most part. Love to go farmers markets, but enjoy our trail system.
Yes.
Enjoy eating out at the patios. We have so many
Yes.
great outdoor local concerts and events. Just that's my bucket list to do as
Oh.
many of those things in our nice season that we have.
Ooh, I love that so much. So when you go to Nashville, are you see any shows or?
No, this time it's just we're gonna go and hang out, and there's always the hope of running into a famous person.
Of course,
but no,
right?
just enjoying the
Oh,
local
sweet.
talent, and really just there's so many new bars and restaurants that we haven't been into, so
Course.
just exploring.
Oh, I love it so much. And our local boy gone big, Carter Goosey. He's down there doing his thing. Obviously, he's home for the summer. But I'll tell you what, that man is so gifted. And I see him one day being in the Grand Ole Opry. Don't you?
I do.
Yes,
Too. Yes,
yes.
awesome.
He is so awesome. And so do you fly or do you drive?
We've done both. This time we're gonna fly.
Okay, so I've got a suggestion for you when you're in Nashville. A gentleman who was on my podcast maybe 3 weeks ago. He's the bassist for Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees. His name is John Billings, and he shared the mic with me and Vicki Chats not about 2-3 weeks ago. Anyway, I met him at the concert in Orlando when he was playing next to Mickey on stage, and the next day we ran into him in the hotel, and I'm like, "Would you do this?" He's like, "I would love to, Vicki," and he's so sweet. In the Nashville airport, he has a shop, a boutique called Nashville Jam Sessions, and it's incredible. I downloaded the app and I've been buying stuff. I can't stop buying stuff. Okay, so here's the deal. Everything in there has a special significance to Nashville, either Nashville authors, singer-songwriters, performers, and they frequent that place. He says, "Vicki, you'll just be standing there and someone really famous will walk in, and it's a beautiful feeling." His wife, Amy, says that's her favorite part about owning that shop, the famous people that come in there. And many things are signed. I've just ordered a book that is signed by Wooten, Mr. Robert Wooten. And he is so cool because he's played with a bunch of different, singer-songwriter performers throughout his time. And yeah, so that's what I purchased. And you should go in there and check it out. Yes, you'll run into somebody famous in there. I promise you. Nashville Jam Sessions. Okay, so tell me, fun childhood stories.
Of course, I have to talk about food.
Yes, let's talk about food.
And this is when I was in college. So as a registered dietitian, it's not required, but it's a good idea that we know how to cook. And
yes.
So
not required.
A culinary class
a good
or
idea.
two is part of our curriculum.
Yes.
And in that culinary class, we tasted a variety of vegetables. Many of them I had not tried or been exposed to.
Yes.
And I had butternut squash.
Ooh,
and
yummy.
so I just remember that was the first time I had butternut squash.
Ooh.
And I've been eating it ever since. So many, many years. And then makes me think, wow, I should have tried more of the vegetables that my mom and grandma were cooking.
Oh,
and
that's
didn't.
cute.
It took me until college to try some of those things.
Yes. I love how you can reinvent your life as you grow up, right?
Right, absolutely.
I mean, it kind of reminds me in a way of the fact that in growing up, my brother and I, he never got caught doing anything, but I always got caught. I think I had a guilty look about myself. I'm not sure. But my poor mother and father went through so much raising me, right? So here's my deal. I moved my mama here from Minneapolis 3 years ago so I could care for her. I see her every day. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking somehow this makes up for the long nights where she didn't know where I was. Right?
I
So
love that.
yeah, so you're able to turn that into positive. Now you told mom and your aunts and everybody, no, I don't want that. That's icky. Now you taste it. Now you're loving it.
That's right. That's right.
That's so good. I love that so much. All right. So, how about what do you career related endeavors for the future? I always look to what's coming up and what might inspire others who are watching. Do you
Yeah.
have those career related inspirations going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. We have the great opportunity in our position, in my position at the center, that we can continue to evolve. And so I'm just really looking at using more of my RD degree and
Yes.
really looking to connect more of our healthcare professionals with
Mhm.
our farmers and encourage those healthcare professionals to have their patients buy more local, fresh, seasonal food.
Yes.
And along those lines, one of my favorite parts of my job has been farm to school work. So I want to continue to work with more and more schools and helping them purchase local foods for their lunch trays, but also how can, again, that education piece of just really
Yes.
getting kids to try different fruits and
Right.
vegetables, getting them to, really understand where their food comes from and how that can really have an impact on their health as they get older.
Yes, exactly. A fun little food related story. I went to see my youngest son, Jonathan Smith, in Denver, Colorado, where he lives with his significant other. And we had the best time. Oh, it was so much fun. I went to a Mexican restaurant and he said, turned to me and he said, Mama, he had his guacamole in front of him, and he says, Mama, we never tried guacamole when we were kids. And once I tried it, I was in paradise. My life changed. And I was like, "Oh, honey, I'm so sorry." He's like, "No, mama, it's cool. That's one thing that I learned when I became an adult that I could try some different things, and that's one thing you never had." I was like, "Guacamole, do I want that for my kids? What is that anyway?" So I never did buy it. And both of my sons, not Jared, well, no, he did. He just posted something on Facebook recently, and it was a guacamole, smashing the guacamole, and he's like, "Got fresh." So see, my kids love it, and I never introduced him to that. Okay, moms and dads, here's your opportunity. Introduce your kids to all kinds of cool foods. Even though it looks a little weird to you, they're going to love it. Right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I love eggplant. What do you think about eggplant? Is that something you like?
I do like it. There are some vegetables that I still prefer other people to prepare for me. Plant being one. I will, eat it if friends make it, or I'll even get it at restaurants. I love to try new things like
new
that.
things.
But I don't make it.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's good. I used to make it quite a bit when my kids were home, but now I just do like frozen dinners a lot. I shouldn't say that. Okay, I need to change that. So help me. You say there's farmers markets every day of the week. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So one of the places that you can find farmers markets, I will throw in this plug, is going to our website, ceee.uni.edu. Look for the local food program, and you're going to find our Cedar Valley local food guide. This is something that we update every single year, and in there you're going to find farmers markets, dates, times, and hours.
Perfect.
As well as just other farmers and other fun farms that you could visit, like Hanson's Dairy, Apple Orchards, things like that. But yeah, farmers markets almost every day of the week in the immediate Cedar Valley area. And then if you're living in a different county, definitely there's farmers markets every day of the week between our region and other regions. So it works, again, we're busy people, right? So you might not be able to go to the farmer's market on the weekend, but there's a great opportunity to maybe hit a smaller farmer's market on a weekday where you can just go and grab that fresh local produce.
Wonderful. I love that so much. So if somebody's joining us for the first time and they've never really thought about eating local food until now, they're starting to get the bug to do so. Where can they find more information? Where can they find that?
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely go into that website, as well as following our social media. So
Yeah, there you go.
as the UNI Local Food Program, we're part of the Cedar Valley Regional Food and Farm Network. And that is
Nice.
really just getting individuals and organizations together to really support the local food movement.
Yeah.
So our social media is under CVR FFN.
Okay.
You can find us on X as well as Instagram and Facebook.
Ooh,
So those are really
nice.
good places to start out. Then you can also find your individual farmers that you like to follow. And again, you're going to learn
Yes.
so much from them. You're going to know where and how you
Ooh.
can get their food. Just a side note on our Facebook page,
Yes.
look for the new CVRFFN, like the lowercase, all of that
Okay.
together. A few years ago, our Facebook got hacked and the other one still
Oh.
exists. So look for the new
Oh.
CVRFFN.
Okay, so let's slow that down a little bit if they're writing it down. See, what is it? CV.
Yeah, so you would look for you could search Cedar
Mhm.
Valley Regional Food and Farm Network,
Okay.
or just put in CVRFFN, but
Perfect.
do new.
New.
Yep, so NEW
Oh, at the.
CVR
Okay, got you.
FFN. Yeah.
Perfect. I love that so much. Very, very cool. Okay, so tell me, your personal mission statement again is.
Yes. All right. I want to influence the future of our local food system. I want to teach others that we can make a difference in our community by where we choose to use our food budget and our food dollars.
Oh, I love that so much. And I understand that you're on the board at the Rooted Carrot. So tell us, we see the signs around. I'm not sure everybody knows. I know I don't know. What all does the Rooted Carrot do?
Yeah, so the Rooted Carrot, our mission is to open a full service grocery store.
Really?
Yes.
I love it.
And why that is important, that is a volunteer position for me, but very much ties into this job at UNI CEEE, because co-op is just it's a different model for supporting your community. So we're going to have a lot of, when the store is open, there'll be a lot of organic items, healthy items, but locally produced items. And that is locally produced fruits and vegetables, as well as other goods. Also a hub for the community in terms of education and information. So we don't have a location yet.
Okay.
We are a group of volunteers.
Yes.
We have over 1,200 members in the Cedar Valley area that are members. So we're member owned. It's a $200 membership, one-time membership that supports the efforts of working to open this new small business. So it's been happening for a long time. We've been working on this for 10 years, making progress. But the site really is going to be the key. So really just continuing. We are looking at new sites constantly. The market is changing in the Cedar Valley constantly. We are looking primarily at Cedar Falls as a location based on market studies and feasibility studies.
Oh, I love that so much. Oh, so wow. Is there some way that people can give to this cause? Because it's really important to us to get this up and running. How might someone watching now be able to give to Rooted Carrot?
Yeah, absolutely. Another great website I would check out, rootedcarrot.coop. A lot of great information on there, as well as opportunities to either donate or become a member. That $200 membership really does make a difference in our work. And as a member, you also get a lot of perks. We have a lot of community businesses that are supporting us. We call them our business partners. And you can get discounts at our business partners around the Cedar Valley for that $200 membership.
Beautiful.
We also have an app, so when people join, they have all of the businesses that are supporting discounts right there on the app.
Love that so much. That is so exciting. I don't know who makes these decisions, but what if it was an annual $200 donation?
Yeah, that would be great.
Right? Because think of everything they're getting back for this 200. Recognized by these various sponsors. I would do it. I'm on the fundraising committee at the Black Hawk County Family Y. I'm on the fundraising committee at the Grout Museum District. And so I just know that money, we just need it to keep
Right.
going.
Absolutely.
So yeah, think about
Absolutely.
suggesting to somebody this be an annual thing,
All
you know,
right.
right?
Love the idea.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so any closing thoughts?
Yes, definitely. I would love for all of us to think about again where we're purchasing our food,
Yes.
especially this time of year, really thinking about stopping at a farmer's market on a weekly basis, or
Yes.
again, if that's not something that you're interested in for a variety of reasons, check out some of the farmers in our area. Check out their websites, check out their social media. You can find all of that again on our cEEE.uni.edu website.
There you go.
But look for a farmer. Sometimes you can do some online ordering with them, and sometimes they deliver, or you pick up at a certain location,
Ooh,
or you can visit a hub like the Hanson's Dairy that would have
yes.
their stores would have other products in addition to their products. So there are
Ooh.
ways to find local
Ah,
as we look at establishing, the Rooted Carrot Co-op.
yes.
There's opportunities. So I would just
Right.
encourage really everybody to think about where their food is coming from and try to make more local food purchases.
There you go. Last question. Do you like corn?
I do. I do.
Corn country. There you go. Gotta love corn. I tell you what, Jodie, it's been such a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thank you for
Oh,
having me. I really appreciate it.
oh,
It's always a lot of fun.
oh, I'm so glad. Will you do it again?
Absolutely.
Oh, yay. I can't wait. All right. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your day. And thank you for viewing us today. Have a fabulous day from both of us. Vicki Chats, 106.5 Corn Country.